September 7th, 2021. My name is Eric Halduzik with All Corners Home Inspections. This is the roof evaluation for this single-family home here in Salem, Oregon. As with all the videos in this report, we would request that you view this video as supplemental to the written version of the report to which this video has been attached. At the time of inspection, there were a number of minor to moderate challenges with the single-family home's both gable as well as low-sloped style roof. Do our best to detail those challenges here in a moment. An Oregon home inspection, however, does not include a roof warranty, meaning you make no claims as to this roof's ability to keep water out of the ceiling voids and attic spaces for the living space below. There are companies, typically they're insurance companies, that will offer you such insurance policies. Again, Oregon home inspectors are specifically forbidden by the Oregon Construction Contractors Board from making such claims. The majority of our challenges with the single-family home's roof will have to do with the low slope section of roof. However, we'll focus first on the skylight at the rear slope. This skylight is at the or beyond the end of its useful service life with substantial cracks and what appears to be management by a homeowner to prevent leaking to the interior. We would recommend that this item be replaced prior to the beginning of the real serious rainy season. Shift our focus to the low slope section of the roof line. We'd have some questions regarding the installation of it. Request that the contractor who do the install provide their CCB number and materials list so we can determine whether or not the materials installed were installed in a workmanlike manner in accordance with manufacturer's guidelines. There are lots of areas of softness along the roof line. That's an indication that the roof sheathing might be either too thin or it's heat cycled to the extent that it's become thin over time. There are areas, especially at the flanks, where this structure meets the original home, where whoever installed the roof or is doing the maintenance to the roof is depending on caulking for weather sealing. Caulking is a great material for a temporary watertight application, but long term we should be depending on appropriately bent and installed flashing for that application. What we're seeing here is really a less than workmanlike application. This flashing should be a custom bent piece of flashing where it ascends behind the siding at both the sides. This length of flashing should extend behind here, and then this length of flashing should extend here with an overlap extending behind, and then a single caulking joint here to prevent small amounts of water from penetrating behind that small seam. There's also short sections of roofing material that have been used as lap material along this seam between the roof and the left-hand side of the roof line. In particular, during snow events, the first portion of snow that's going to melt is going to be on the underside of the roof, on the underside of that stack of a pile of snow, and then over time that water is going to actually work its way uphill and behind this type of application. We'd recommend a continuous seam here rather than sort of ad hoc piecemeal application. We're also making note of what is probably fastener protrusions. There's individual what feels to be like nail pops or screw heads just beneath the roof material itself. There is a seam at the front left corner of this roof line that's not adhering properly. There's a corner already coming up. I'm able to pull on this. I shouldn't be able to pull this apart. And then along this underside, we're also making note of the same thing. There's some bunching in a couple of locations. Maybe the most significant challenge is this corner here, where we have an open caulking joint, and that would allow water to run down in between this seam, the corner trim, and down here. And we also have a piece of flashing that's lapped on top of the corner trim. This flashing should be lapped underneath. And then again, as with the adjacent corner, this section should be this section should turn the corner and allow water to run organically downhill rather than having an opportunity to work its way between the multitude of seams. We'd recommend a licensed contractor with recent demonstrated experience in managing such flashing challenges be brought on site to evaluate and making any repairs necessary. Eric Halduzik, All Corners Home Inspections.